Alright, this is part 2 of a replay between just of me on 3v3. This game was a lot of fun. Now here I have my Archmage is now taking a lot of damage. I'm trying to get my Archmage to the back, and but that Water Elemental is actually blocking me, so you know I quickly go ahead and try to move him to the back, trying to get my units to do a lot of the damage here. Now I was hoping that my partners were going to be able to just hold off on this and perhaps carry me the rest of the way. But it looks as though that my partners weren't able to were also about even with Trable and Diagon, so they're trying to reproduce units as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna teleport back. I saved 3 low hit point footmen, so those footmen did not give experience. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a Scroll of Town portal and go ahead and use a Scroll of Regeneration, and now try to like continue this harass. And those knights are going to be a problem for me, so I believe I'm going to start attacking the castle, and I'm already at castle, and I want to start producing griffins if need be. I didn't know that my partner was already producing griffins, as Jeeves didn't tell me that he was producing griffins, but it's all right because we won this game anyways. Here I have my Archmage going ahead and picking up some extra gold, picking up some extra items. My Archmage is going to get to level 4. And now we see that the army is pretty weak here. The Huntresses and the Dryads are going to fall very quickly to those Dragon Hunters. The Dragon Hawks. The Dragon Hawk Riders doing piercing damage. They're pretty much like flying riflemen, if you haven't heard that analogy. So they get into position a little bit better. They're not able to take down the Dragon Hawks or the Dryads quite as well, because they do have, they are light armored, so they do take additional damage. But it's all right. Here I just finishing upgrading my Dragonhawks, and I may start upgrading my Dragonhawks even further. I'm going to go ahead and try to continue pressuring WeNeedGold.com, trying to make sure that those Hawks don't come into play. I'm going to go ahead and try to take on this Arcane Vault. Arcane Vaults are always, or the personal shops are always a very good idea to take out, even if you only have piercing damage, because those Arcane Vaults, you don't want those heroes buying items very, very easily. Here I have the Dragonhawks now coming in. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to now just try to take down these peasants. These peasants are going to go down very quickly if he's not careful. That paladin is in play. He calls the arms. The paladin is going to get bolted and then fall down very quickly. Dryads are now trying to come back in. This is just a 2v1 fight. My partner is telling me to come back, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't need to come back. I'm deep in the base. The Dryads are not really coming in that well, and I'm doing a very, very good job just taking down these units, taking down peasants left and right. Doing a very good job. Now that the units are finally in the back of the base, I'm just really doing hit and run tactics, trying to put a lot of pressure. I get bolted on my Archmage. The Archmage is now then, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do a teleport, and I'm going to go ahead and teleport out quickly, take out another Dryad. My Mountain King now hits level 3. I do have, I'm currently sitting at 45 over 60 food. I'm just creating a Paladin. I'm going to go ahead and buy a Scroll of Town portal, and go get a Scroll of Regeneration. I'm waiting for that Shadow Strike to wear off, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop the Scroll of Healing. Now, one thing that I don't see enough human players use is the Scroll or the Staff of Sanctuary when they're not in a fight. Yeah, we've all seen Gosu use the Staff of Sanctuary when they're in a fight, but right now I'm going to go ahead and Staff of Sanctuary my Mountain King. So my Mountain King is getting healed both by the Regeneration and the Staff of Sanctuary, so that Mountain King is going to be able to come back into full strength even faster. And getting and that in itself, getting that Mountain King up and running is going to be very, very nice for me. The Mountain King is going to have 900 hit points and be able to do some more bolting with 270 mana. Now we have Daigon, who is rebuilt to the top right. He is a little bit behind on the tech, and I believe that's why I wasn't, like, the game was as close as it was. I didn't realize that he was that strong. My partner is telling me to go ahead and meet up top. Meanwhile, I'm deciding, you know what, I think my army is probably as strong as theirs, if not stronger, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to clear out this expansion, perhaps almost get to level 2 on my Paladin with these units, perhaps get to level 5 on my Archmage, most likely not. But this is just really to be able to clear this out and start an expansion if the fight does go against our favor. So I'll go ahead and bolt the Shaman so that he doesn't rejuvenation himself. He goes down, I heal my Water Elemental, I pick up a True Shot Aura, which was very, very nice. True Shot Aura, so now my Dragonhawk Riders are doing even more damage along with my Water Elementals. And we see that the army of the opponent's army is now going ahead and pushing, and this is actually a good sign for me, because I know where his army is. And if his army is up here, it means that his army will not be able to protect WeNeedGold.com's base. There's not that many peasants here. WeNeedGold.com is probably hurting very much economically. He's trying to produce knights, but it's just pretty damaging for him right now. I am getting level 2 swords, and I am now going to go ahead and fly in. My Archmage does have the True Shot aura, and is now going to go ahead and continue to push in, and I'm just going to do as much damage as I can. I'm going to go ahead and try to clear out the peasants at WeNeedGold.com's base, and if there was an attack, I was going to go ahead and try to teleport to save my partner. So Stray Peon is now getting attacked by those knights. The knights trying to take down those early ziggurats, and I see that, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take out as many peasants as I can, so that those knights can't do as much, so that we don't have to worry about the human as much if his economy is hurting that badly. Go ahead, took out the peons. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to these units over here. He built a farm, and I don't even know why WeNeedGold.com builds a farm at this point. Seems like a weird move, as he's going to need that gold. As I drop another water elemental, and I'm now going to use a Scroll of Town portal to and now I come in. I'm going to go ahead and bolt that low hit point knight. Down goes the knight, and now I'm going to go ahead and go after these side units. Now he's kind of overcommitted, and as soon as these knights are gone, all the units are going to be weak to piercing. So I go ahead and take out the Keeper of the Grove. If units are now trying to pull to the back, we do have griffins and trying to come in, and I see a couple Druids of the Talons in Falcon mode. If you see mass Dragonhawks, you do not go Druids of the Talon in Falcon mode. I'm sorry. And that's just not a good idea, and the units are just falling left and right. My Mountain King hits level 4, my Paladin's at level 2, and it looks as though the Priestess of the Moon is going to go down as well, as long as the Paladin. So my Paladin hits level 3, so I have level 5, level 4, and level 3 on my heroes 16 minutes into the game. Get a stomp in. Diagon says he shouldn't have listened to Orange. I don't know who Orange is because I have ally color on, but doesn't matter. I go ahead and we win this game, and that's the end of the game at this point. So they go ahead and leave, and we go ahead and win. Here's the final scores. Hero scores was very, very high, 34,000 for me compared to 10,000 for everyone else. And especially if you look at the final totals, my secondary hero was almost stronger than some of the primary heroes of the opponent. So that's how the game went. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a fun game for me, and tell me what you think of it.